Hello! Today, we're venturing into the kaleidoscope of emotions and alternative rock jams that comprise Third Eye Blind's eponymous 1997 debut. Crafted by Stephen Jenkins and Kevin Cadogan, and served with a side of post-grunge and power pop spice, this album punctuates the airwaves of personal crises and social commentary. Moments of introspection, addiction, and love are etched in its rhythms. Third Eye Blind has held its ground in culture, flagged by its hit Parade, critical acclaim, and the poignant authenticity within its notes. Let's dissect these tracks and give each their due, ranking them from the could-be better to the timeless gems. At slot 14, we've got Thanks a Lot, a track simmering with veiled cynicism and pain that's as evident as the sarcasm it serves. The mocking gratitude expressed is juxtaposed with an upbeat sound, in the classic Third Eye Blind fashion of layered meanings. However, compared to other tracks on the album, it lacks the same emotional punch and memorable hooks that could have pushed it higher on our list. Sure, thanks a lot for this one, guys, but we'll just put it on the back shelf, with the other adulting manuals we never opened. At 13, London paints the exhaustion of dealing with someone's tiring drama. It's a musical shoulder shrug, still poignant, but its narrative doesn't quite stick the landing when compared to the album's stronger entries. The sound encapsulates the mix of indifference and latent frustration that can come with a fizzled connection, subtly enriching the album's exploration of relationships gone sour. London, because sometimes you need a tune for when you're over it but can't quite cross the pond to escape. At the fiery bottom, we've got Burning Man at 12. This track, while energetically charged and replete with the tumultuous narrative of a risk-taker facing an emotional bonfire, it doesn't quite ignite the same fervor as the album's standouts. The reckless abandon told through this soundscape slots it into the album's narrative of ephemeral thrills, but it's not the spark that sets this critic's world aflame. With Burning Man, Third Eye Blind made sure that even the reckless have their anthem, just don't play with matches while listening. Landing on 11, we get Good For You, a self-interrogating dive into the often thankless role of a supporter. While the track might grapple with the gravity of favoring someone else's well-being, it manages to respectfully navigate the theme without breaching into a tone of self-pity. Musically it's solid, but within the album it comes across as one of the less defining moments of Third Eye Blind's storyline. Good for you, when your karma's top-notch, but you're still waiting for the universe to RSVP to your good deeds. Before we crack into the top 11, it's time for some trivia. Can you name the famous international film festival at which Third Eye Blind's documentary short film Motorcycle Drive-By was slated to premiere in 2020? Drop your guesses in the comments. At the 10 spot, Graduate, an anthem for those itching to evolve beyond the juvenile. The song pulses with a want for accomplishment and maturity, effectively mirroring the shift from reckless youth to the dawn of adulthood, a prominent theme in the album. The driving guitars and fervent vocals make for an indelible mark in Third Eye Blind's discography, though it stands just outside the very best due to the competition from the album's heavy hitters. Graduate is for all of us still trying to figure out what the hell we're doing with our life, cap and gown not included. Wading through the vines at 9, God of Wine is steeped in the intoxication of troubled relationships and addiction. This closer of the album is a reflective and poignant piece, accessible to anyone who's felt the sorrow of love's labors lost. The imagery conjured by the lyrics elevates its standing, resonating with the soul-searching that has become a signature of this record. Its place in the album's narrative adds a sober end to an otherwise energetic collection. With God of Wine, you're gently reminded that not every buzz is worth the hangover. At 8, we fade into the background, a song that accounts for the hollow echoes of a love dissolved. It's a tapestry of lingering memories and emotional residuals, finding its strength as a sleeper hit within the shadows of the more ostentatious tracks. Its understated melancholy and wistful guitar lines stitch it firmly into the heart of the album's narrative, capturing the feeling of being just out of reach from resolution. The background, because sometimes you need to dwell in the shadows before you can step back into the spotlight. Seducing our number 7, I Want You tantalizes the senses with its portrayal of deep-seated desire and connection. It's a magnetic pull punctuated by the quintessential Third Eye Blind sound, a mix of lyrical introspection and musical gusto. Here, the band nails the sweet torture of longing, weaving it into the album's tapestry with the grace of a band at the peak of its songwriting powers. I Want You is that musical third date, all the yearning, none of the awkward goodnight kiss. Before we continue with Third Eye Blind's masterwork, I'd love to hear how you'd rate these tracks. Disagree with my picks? Have a different number one? Share your rankings in the comments below. And if you have an album that you're dying to see get the track stacker treatment, be sure to tell us which one. We're all ears. Dozing in at 6, Narcolepsy commandeers the sentiment of emotional numbness and detachment with a dynamic flair. The ebbing and flowing of its intensity mirrors the push and pull struggle described within the lyrics. As an opener, it sets a powerful mood for the album, enveloping the band's narrative in a metaphorical blanket of sleep, as powerful in its vulnerability as it is in its musical complexity. With Narcolepsy, it's a snooze alarm on reality, just when you thought being numb couldn't have a catchy soundtrack. Halfway through at 5, How's It Going to Be delves into the uncertainty and dread that accompanies the dissolution of a relationship. It's a haunted glimpse into the aftermath of love, draped in the ambiguousness of life post-breakup. This song transcends the album as one of Third Eye Blind's more universally resonant and emotionally affecting pieces, securing its legacy into the hearts of listeners grappling with their own what comes next. How's It Going to Be serves the uncomfortable space between we need to talk and we can still be friends on a melodic platter. At 4, Losing a Whole Year is a reminiscence wrapped up in disillusionment and a catchy contempt for superficiality in a relationship gone by. The crispness of Jenkins' scoffing vocals plays brilliantly against Cadogan's energetic riffing. It is a firm handshake with the listener, introducing the overarching themes of Third Eye Blind with deft verve and candidness. Losing a Whole Year is a reminder that some years are best left to the recycling bin of history. Riding High at 3, Motorcycle Drive-By is a profound narrative of unrequited love and the ache of moving on. Its lyrical depth and heartfelt delivery are accentuated by snapshots of luminescent imagery, creating an immersive auditory experience. The song's painful beauty and cinematic landscape make it a bellwether in Third Eye Blind's debut, capturing a band in their element and at their emotive best. Motorcycle Drive-By, hop on to reminisce every road trip that took a detour through Heartbreak City. At a soaring 2, Jumper is a poignant cry for empathy and the will to live, cutting through the fog of pain with its raw emotional appeal and soaring hook. It stands not just as a song, but as a lifeline tossed across the chasm of despair, bearing a weighty relevance that stretches well beyond its time. Resonant and redemptive, Jumper gathers its strength from the solidarity it offers to the faltering and the fallen. Jumper is an emotional parachute for those days when life feels like a ledge too high. And topping our chart, it's Semi-Charmed Life, a deceptively vibrant track that masked its dark narrative on a methamphetamine high beneath a veil of infectious pop-rock riffs. It's the quintessential example of Third Eye Blind's ability to blend sugary melodies with biting reality, ensuring its immortality in the realm of 90s anthems. Its duality epitomizes the album's central themes and secures its place at the apex of our ranking. Like caffeine for your eardrums, Semi-Charmed Life is your go-to pick-me-up, just with a bit more edge and a lot less innocence. And there you have it, my comprehensive dive into Third Eye Blind's self-titled debut. As for our trivia question, the correct answer was the Tribeca Film Festival. Whether you got it right or learned something new, I hope you enjoyed this sonic journey. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more music analysis and rankings just like this one. Until next time, keep those playlists eclectic and your critiques sharp.